two sisters get trapped under a 12-foot deep swimming pool that has been locked from above. The heavy fiberglass cover has closed shut from the top. Their phones are dead too. There is no one around, and this pool is not going to open for the next 3 days. When every way out is blocked and every minute the body temperature is dropping, what does a person have to do to survive? The story begins with Bree, who has come to a public swimming pool on the weekend. She stops to check her blood sugar. Then she takes off her ring and goes back to swimming. On the other side, the pool manager is putting up a notice which says the pool will remain closed until after the holiday. After a little while, her sister Jonah also joins her. The pool is almost empty. The staff is getting ready to go home, and both of them have come just to relax and spend some time. They have absolutely no idea that just one wrong decision will trap them 12 feet deep in water. Bree and Jonah are swimming comfortably. Just then, the pool manager asks them to come out, and in a brief conversation tells them that the pool will now remain closed for 3 days because the long holiday weekend is starting. As soon as both of them come out, Bree finds out that her diamond ring is missing. She starts nervously looking for the ring in her bag. The manager is about to leave for home, so he asks them to leave as well. Bree says to wait and starts looking for the ring. Just then, Jonah spots the ring in the pool, and Bree, without thinking, dives straight down 12 feet because she thinks she will get it out in 2 minutes. Jonah also immediately jumps in. This mistake of theirs turns out to be very costly later. Both go down and see that the ring is stuck in the drain grate. Bree pulls it hard, but it does not move. Jonah says, "Leave it, we will tell the staff later." But Bree refuses because the ring is very expensive and she feels if it is not taken out now, it will be lost forever. Both take turns holding their breath and going down. They scratch the grate with their fingers, their nails bend, but they still think of this as just a small inconvenience. At that very moment, the pool manager up above looks around. He cannot see anyone in the water because both of them are bent down below. He turns on the machine as he does every day, and the heavy mechanical cover slowly starts sliding. Down below, they still have no idea. Suddenly, Jonah's hair gets tangled in the grate, and her body jolts. She tries to go up, but her hair is stuck. Bree sees the pool cover closing. She immediately pulls her hair with full force. Some hair breaks right there, and both of them swim up in a panic. But as soon as they reach the top, the entire cover has already closed, and the manager has already left for his holiday. They push it with both hands. They try to lift it by jumping up in the water, but it does not move even slightly. Now they realize that it has been completely sealed. Jonah shouts loudly. She punches the cover. Bree also joins her, but the sound does not go up. It just keeps echoing inside. They keep jumping up, hitting their heads, but every time the same hard iron plate is in front of them. They feel around the walls. No ladder, no pipe, no open section, just smooth concrete walls. They spot a small vent, but it is so small that even a hand cannot properly go inside. Jonah scrapes it with a foam board, but only the top layer comes off. No passage is made. By now, they have fully understood that they are truly trapped. Bree says, "Stay calm, someone will come." But Jonah remembers that it is Friday evening and the pool will not open before Monday morning. That means at least 3 days.
Hearing this, Bree's breathing quickens. They push the cover again. This time they count together and push with all their might. But their feet slip in the water and the cover does not move at all. Jonah's palms start getting scraped raw. The water now feels even colder than before. They keep moving continuously so their bodies stay warm, but their strength is limited. Bree says, "We will take turns resting." The effect of the cold is clearly visible. Bree's teeth start chattering. She says everything is fine, but her lips are turning slightly blue. Jonah keeps telling her to keep talking so she stays conscious. They bring up childhood memories. They recall old arguments, just so that the mind keeps working. Every few minutes they push the cover again, as if maybe this time some miracle will happen. But every time, the same result. Time is passing. Their hands are going numb. Their fingers are not bending properly. When they try to grip the wall, the grip loosens. Jonah understands that if they keep waiting like this, first the body will give up and then the mind. Then she dives down and tries to take out the ring, and this time she manages to get the ring out. Until now, they thought the biggest danger was the cover closed above, but the real problem starts when Bree's phone suddenly turns on for 1 second and rings. In that empty, echoing pool, that ringtone sounds like a miracle. Her boyfriend is calling. Bree says that because she did not pick up, he will get suspicious and maybe come looking for her. But then her boyfriend sends a voice message in which he says he is going out and will come home late. This hope of theirs ends. Bree's shivering is worse than before. Jonah holds her and keeps her close so that the body warmth is maintained. Just then, Bree's voice becomes a little weaker and she says she is feeling dizzy. Actually, Bree has diabetes and her insulin is outside in her bag. If her sugar drops, she could lose consciousness. She could go into a coma, and there is no medical help here. Jonah immediately keeps telling her to keep talking. She keeps her awake because she knows that if she goes quiet, the situation will get worse. After a little while, the sound of someone's footsteps is heard. Someone peeks from above. Both shout for help at the same time. The woman standing above is first surprised, then she understands that they are truly stuck. She says she will help. Within just a few minutes, she takes out money and a bank card from their bag. Then she goes to the control room and turns off the CCTV cameras so that no record remains. Coming back, she starts talking to them normally, as if everything is calm. In that same conversation, she tells her name is Clara and says she has recently come out of prison. She has a lot of debt and has a little daughter whose responsibility is on her alone. Both complaint and tiredness are reflected in her voice. But just a little while later, her tone changes, and she clearly says that if they want to get out, they will first have to give her the card's PIN. Now, Jonah understands that this is not help, but blackmail. Jonah angrily curses at her and refuses. Clara's face hardens, and she immediately turns off the pool's heating system. Within just a few minutes, the water starts becoming even colder. Bree's teeth start clattering fast. Her body is trembling. Jonah understands that if she keeps being stubborn, Bree will not survive. Finally, she gives the PIN. Clara says she will withdraw the money and come back, and then she will get them out. Outside at the ATM, when Clara withdraws money, she finds out that the account only has about $80. She fills with anger. She feels she has been deceived. She comes back to the pool. She peeks down and says they have made a fool of her, and she is not getting them out right away. Jonah tries to explain that Bree has diabetes and she needs help, but Clara thinks they are making a new excuse. Bree's condition keeps getting worse. Jonah gets angry and calls Clara to the vent, and as soon as she bends down, Jonah suddenly hurts her. In pain and anger, Clara turns on the pool's cleaning system. Within just a few seconds, strong chlorine gas spreads throughout the entire pool. Bree starts feeling dizzy and loses her balance. She begins sinking down into the water. Jonah tries to hold her and keep her up near the vent so she can get a little air. Clara, standing above, sees that both of them could truly die. She gets scared and turns off the cleaning system. But she does not save them right away. Instead, she says if they want to stay alive, then Bree will have to give her the diamond ring. Bree hesitates for a moment, but she has no choice. She gives her the ring. Clara thinks by selling this, she can get good money. Now she goes to the control room and enters the code to open the pool cover, but an error shows on the screen. The manager has already changed the password. She panics. For a few moments, she thinks about whether to call for help, but she remembers that she blackmailed them, turned off the CCTV, and took their money. If the police come, she could go to prison again. Between fear and selfishness, she makes her decision and leaves from there. Jonah, standing below, sees that their last hope is also leaving, and she curses her in anger. But now they have to find a way out themselves. After Clara leaves up above, the same silence falls again. Bree's condition is worsening rapidly. Her eyes are closing, her breathing is getting lighter. Jonah understands that time is very short. If nothing is done right now, Bree will not survive without insulin. Their only way out is the metal grate fixed below. But Jonah remembers that just a little while ago, her hair had gotten stuck in it. Despite the fear, she makes her decision and dives under the water. She pulls the grate with full strength, but it stays fixed. Her breath starts breaking. Her hands slip. She makes many more failed attempts, but this time she spots a swimsuit strap lying nearby. She fastens it to the grate to strengthen her grip and puts in all her force. The nails creak, and finally the grate comes loose. She pulls it out with full force. Coming up, she repeatedly strikes the fiberglass cover with the same grate. With each blow, the cracks grow wider. When she turns around, she sees that Bree has lost consciousness. Jonah gives her CPR and tries very hard to wake her up. Bree regains consciousness. After many blows, the cover breaks and a way opens up above. Then she puts in all her strength and pulls her out. Both fall to the floor. Jonah immediately looks for the bag. She takes out the insulin, with trembling hands gives the injection. A few long seconds pass, and finally, Bree's breathing starts deepening. Her eyes slowly open. both barely manage to breathe a sigh of relief. But just then, Jonah looks up and finds Clara standing in front of them. She has a gun in her hand. Clara is frightened. She is afraid that if both of them survive, they will tell the police everything and she will go to prison again. She points the gun at them and tells them to stop. Jonah says they will not tell the police anything, but Clara does not believe her and comes even closer to them. Just then, Jonah remembers her daughter and tells her that if she kills them, what will happen to her daughter? She will lose her mother forever. This shakes her to her core. Her hand starts trembling, and finally, she lowers the gun. Jonah immediately calls 911 and asks for medical help, but she does not mention Clara's name. Clara slides the diamond ring back towards them and leaves without saying anything. After this, the scene cuts to the hospital where Bree is on a stretcher. Her condition is now stable. Then, Jonah places the ring in her palm. Tears come to Bree's eyes. Both embrace each other, and the film ends here, showing that after coming out from 12 feet of depth, the most precious thing was not the diamond ring, but their love for each other. If you like this story, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel.